now you see the laser light brightly in this dim light, and that's because it's just right underneath the skin. And we're going to...
36, 44.
Mary's going to be calling out the temperatures, and we're going to heat this up to 45, 50 degrees. Almost successively.
45. 46. 45. 43.
As I moved over, the temperature gets lower. And
44. 45. 45. 44.
Sounds like she's calling out football plays.
Or bingo.
Yeah.
With the grid.
44.
we'll go to 16.
16? Okay.
How are you
42.
doing, Allie?
43.
Don't worry about me.
45.
I'm fine. I'm wondering what your first pair of jeans or pants is that you're gonna try on.
I've got a new pair of Hello Skinny jeans coming in this store. There's a pair of skinny cords I've got my eye on.
Skinny
a hot
cords.
little black dress.
Under, just put this shoulder up.
Since
I didn't do 10 yet, did I?
We did 10.
Okay. So we just need to do 18 and 20.
Basically, you're buying, you're training what you
Yep,
need.
ready?
Yeah, I own a clothing store, so clothes are my life. So yeah.
45.
And I've had a smaller
43.
upper body and a thin waist, so I could never buy clothing that I was
43.
very cognizant of
45.
how a dress was designed or jeans were designed.
44.
Because my waist is
45.
small, but my, I guess, saddlebags or
24.
hips are always larger. Which, yes, it's
41.
womanly curves. However,
42.
I was always
45.
picking my clothing
Okay, now
to suit
the
my
last
body
one is
shape.
26.
So now I'll be able to wear the size 6
37.
instead of having to do an 8 or a 10 to compensate for the
41.
size of my legs. So
45.
that will change significantly on how I dress.
43.
What clothing have you been thinking about?
45.
Well, it's gotten into the trendy thing of the
45.
skinny jeans
43.
and cords and
40.
a thinner lined pant. And it's always good to put on a little black dress and look smashing. So to not have as large of a curve.
40.
Although, I mean, curves are good. It's, womanly curves there's nothing wrong with that. But to have a little bit less of a curve, have a more sculpted body, and no matter what I did for workouts, exercise, diet, I never was able to get rid of that area. I could lessen it some, but it never went away. And the same thing with the knees. I happen to have an area of my knees that they're going to sculpt.
All right.
This is the third step of the procedure. We're going to go in with this relatively thin suction catheter. It's only 3.7 millimeters, and suction out the fat. End point being getting the thickness of this fatty layer as thin as the surrounding layers. Again, the whole premise is to take away the bulge, to make everything have an even subcutaneous or fatty layer, so there's no bulge in this area. That it's obvious when she gets bigger and less obvious when she gets smaller. Ready? Is that on?
Yep, it's all set.
And you concentrate more on where I have the center of these bullseyes, because that's the highest point.
We should get you one of those little Bose systems, because I did put on a country mix for you, Dr. J. Little Patsy Cline. Toby Keith. Country music for you. You can't hear that. So is it strawberry daiquiri time now?
Well, actually, it starts out a little lighter. It looks like a sort of a more of a lemony yellow,
Yeah.
and then it gets a little bit.
Creamsicle.
Creamsicle, exactly. And I won't be having any of those for a while.
I know,
Thank you
right?
for ruining that for me, Meg.
Sorry.
Oh, Allie, I'm sorry.
Later it turns into.
Allie, are you ever going to be able to look at me the same way?
I am, but I won't be able to look at pizza the same way.
Ah.
I'll tell you.
It is, yeah.
Pathologists in medicine always like to describe things in relation to food, so soon this lemony yellow will turn into more of a tequila sunrise.
Okay. I'm liking how we're doing the cocktail references here. This is good.
Sorry.
No, no worries.
Nothing better than a good cocktail on a nice sunny afternoon.
When the fat settles in that container, you'll notice that it's really only going to be about 20% fluid and about 80% fat. So this really is a quite efficient way of getting rid of the fat.
Just over 200 cc.
Sounds squishy.
You do need a little disclaimer at the bottom of the screen saying that this is being done by a professional and do not attempt this at home.
Yes.
Yeah. Board certified plastic surgeon does help. This doctor knows what he's doing. It is pretty amazing that you're awake during something
Yep.
like this. Although I've never had a surgery, knock on wood, somewhere. And when they see how good I look in my jeans now, Dr. B, maybe they'll do the walking advertisement even more so.
Can't wait for you to see the jar. You're doing great. Really.
I don't know if I want to see that jar, Mare.
You know what though? You leave with the fat
In the
sticking
jar.
In the jar.
Fat in the jar.
That's our
And I'll
motto.
do my best to make sure it doesn't reappear. But through the whole thing of improving my overall health, watching my skincare, sunscreen, eating better, because as Laura says, you are what you eat, and it shows through your face, through moisture, through not smoking, which I was never a smoker, but diet overall.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference for your body. So with this big step in improving my figure, I think that it'll jump me over even more. And even the boys and Daryl are eating healthier too. So it's been like a family-wide awareness and change. So
When you're in
good.
a good spot.
I'm doing fine. I know you've been on the other end. I don't want to see the other end.
I'll get it. Does it just
Literally.
unclip it?
Literally.
It's got a snap.
It's more so tomorrow morning. If this isn't that bad, what's tomorrow morning going to be like? Oh, you're showing the jar?
I'm showing a lot.
You're showing a lot? Are you going to be editing this, or is are we going to have to put a disclaimer? Not for the faint-hearted.
I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer. It's not. I mean, it's not bad.
It's not?
really not. No.
It really isn't bad. Like, I'm not acting. Just kind of hanging out.
Just about 500 cc.
I don't know, is it the Valium or the Percocet making me able to just hang out? The last time I took that stuff was for my wisdom teeth. And I remember that I ate a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios, took the medicine, went upstairs to brush my teeth. I was brushing my teeth and it was just the funniest thing, brushing my teeth. I just thought it was the most hysterical thing. I came downstairs laughing. My mother's like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, I don't really know what I'm laughing at. Just kind of funny. So I haven't taken that stuff since then.